Okay, if we could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Good morning, everybody. All right, here we go. Pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Good morning, everyone. Commissioners, any announcements this time? Do you have anyone else? Any announcements?
I know this week we're working on a grant with the city sewer, and we finished the road with the oil distributor. We didn't have any problems.
Excellent.
And so we're working on Escobar, which is all part of the grant. We're getting replacement of sewer lines, and we're working on the road.
Anybody else? Any other commissioners? No other comments? Do we have anybody else on Zoom? No? Agenda item number 4, discuss, consider, take action on minutes from previous meeting.
Judge, let me go back to the deal. We have Mr. Rubio here from Fremont with the PVA, but he'll speak on items number 13 and 14.
Okay.
Okay, he signed up.
Okay, yes, we'll do that. Item 13 and 14, okay. So we have agenda item number 4.
Make a motion to accept item number 4 is presented, Judge.
Second the
I have a
motion.
motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 5, discuss, consider, and take action on request by Jimbo County ESD1, asking the commissioners to accept the updated list of ESD commissioners, reflecting 2 commissioners moving to new officer positions and 1 new commissioner being appointed, as detailed in documents submitted for consideration.
Judge, that's me. Thank you. Commissioners Court, appreciate you guys having me here today. Good morning. First of all, before we get into that, Judge, if I could, I just want to, on behalf of the Sandia Fire Department, the people of Sandia, we want to say thank you for your fire truck.
Oh,
We
great.
got it. We really appreciate what you guys did for us. We're probably going to have we're waiting on a couple of things to get done to it, and then we'd like to have you guys, if whoever can make it, come
Saw a
out there.
picture. It looks nice.
Yeah,
Pretty.
and have a picture of you guys, because without you guys, we couldn't have done it.
Good.
Yeah, we appreciate you. All right, well, this agenda item, we have to, by law, we have to come up here and present our new appointees to the ESD, and we've had some rearrangements. I don't know if y'all got the list of the people that we have.
Yes,
I'm gonna stay as president for another year. I got suckered into another year of presidency.
Good, you're doing a good job.
And then we got Pat Carter, been a friend of mine and been a local person from Sandia for a long time. He works for the Postal Department in Robstown, but he's gonna be a good asset to us. He's gonna fill in the vice president. It was filled by Diana Hernandez, but Diana Hernandez is moving down to secretary, all right? Because Rochelle Chapa moved down to treasurer because Brian Nichols retired and moved to Colorado. So we have Patrick Carter as the vice president, Rochelle Chapa as treasurer, Diana Hernandez as secretary, and then we got Karen Connolly as assistant treasurer. And by law, we have to come up here and get y'all's approval on that, or not approval, but just to let you know what we got going on.
Okay, good. So we don't have to make any,
You gotta accept that too.
we just accept it?
Yeah, you just accept
Okay,
it.
then.
Recognize it.
Then we move that, or I'll move that we accept these
I'll second the motion.
names as listed and nominated here. Can I have a second?
Wait till second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed?
Again,
Motion passes.
from the bottom of our heart, Sandia residents, thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
I'm gonna exit the meeting with that. With all due respect, I have another appointment to go to. But
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you for
Aguilar.
having
Have a
me.
good one. Thank you. Agenda number 6, discuss, consider, and take action on budget amendment request by County Court of Law, Judge Michael V. Garcia, transfer $12,000 from line item 12-426-400-01, attorney fees, juveniles, and $8,000 from 12-426-400, attorney fees, mental, into line item 12-428-499, County Court of Law, attorney's fees, other, total transfer of $20,000.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor.
I'll second.
And the second, all those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. Number 7, discuss, consider, take action on awarding bid for construction planning consultant for the 2022 Colonial Construction Fund Service of the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program for the Texas Department of Agriculture. Anybody? We have a resolution here, guys, on this. Anybody to speak on this particular from GrantWorks, anything, no?
Well, you have to award it. Award it. You're gonna say who.
Oh, so they can't enter, they haven't been involved, right,
Right,
so
no,
far?
no.
And do we have I guess we're awarding it to,
GrantWorks is
they're
administration.
the only ones that submitted a petition,
Yes, that was the only bid that we got.
the only bid? Okay,
Does it list,
well, I guess they're all right then, huh? Margie, this is one of your projects?
yeah, it's one of the grants that we applied, that we're gonna apply for.
Okay,
So
so,
GrantWorks, I make a motion that we accept GrantWorks.
okay. Second. In a second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes, okay. They've done a good job so far for us. I'm gonna read out this resolution. A resolution of Jimbo County, Texas, authorizing the award of a professional service provider contracts for the 2022 Texas Community Development Block Grant Colonial Construction Fund Services Project. Whereas the 2022 Texas CDBG Colonial Construction Fund Services contract requires implementation by professional experience and completion of federally funded construction services. Whereas in order to identify qualified and responsive providers for these services, a request for proposals process for construction services has been completed in accordance with the Texas CDBG requirements, whereas the proposal received by the due date have been reviewed to determine the most qualified and responsive providers for the professional service. Now therefore be it resolved that GrantWorks be selected to provide Texas CDBG application and project-related administration services for the 2022 Colonial Construction Fund Services Project. That any and all contracts or commitments made with the above-named service provider are dependent on the successful negotiation of a contract with the service provider. Passed on, approved on the 6th. Well, actually today. We'll change that up on the 10th of June, that's fine. Make it for the record, okay, good. All right, number 8, discuss, consider, and take action on awarding bid for engineering architectural surveying from the 2022 Colonial Construction Fund Services to the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program for the Texas Department of Agriculture. And we have another one, huh? That Garcia and Associates was awarded. Were they the only ones that submitted?
No, we had two, right? We had two.
Okay. So we awarded that to RE? Okay. Do we have a motion on the floor or anything?
I make a motion that we accept RE and Associates for the engineering project of the Colonia grant.
Okay, have a motion on the floor. And the second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. A resolution of Dreamless County, Texas, authorizing the award of professional service providers contracts for the 2022 Texas Community Development Block Grant Colonial Construction Fund Services Project. Whereas the 2022 Texas CDBG Colonial Construction Fund Services contract requires implementation by professional experience in the completion of federally funded construction services. Whereas in order to identify the qualified and responsive providers for these services, a request for qualifications process for engineering services has been completed in accordance with the Texas CDBG requirements, whereas the statement of qualifications received by the due date have been reviewed to determine the most qualified and responsive providers for each professional service. Now there be it resolved that RE Garcia and Associates be awarded a contract to the Texas CDBG application, project-related professional engineer architectural surveying services for the 2022 Colonial Construction Fund Services Project. That any and all contracts or commitments made with the above named services providers are dependent on the successful negotiation of a contract with the service provider. Passed and approved on the June 10th, 2022. All right. And number 9, discuss, consider, take action on awarding bid for administration professional services firm for the 2018 South Texas Flood CDBG DR 4377, 2018 floods from the Texas General Land Office, GLO. Margie,
Actually, I wasn't here for that one.
you weren't? Okay. Yeah. So right, yeah. The resolution, I'm gonna read the resolution, then we can have a motion. A resolution of Jimbo County, Texas, authorizing professional services providers selected for the 2018 South Texas flood, CDBG DR 4377, 2018 floods, programs funded and administered through the Texas General Land Office, whereas participation in 2018 floods programs requires implementation by professionals experienced in the administration of federally funded projects. Whereas in order to identify qualified and responsive providers for these services, a request for proposals and process for administration services has been completed in accordance with the GLO requirements. Whereas the proposals received by the due date have been reviewed, determined the most qualified and responsive providers for each professional service, giving consideration to ability to perform successfully under the terms and conditions of the proposed procurement, integrity, compliance with public policy, record of past performance, and financial and technical resources. Now there be it resolved that Grant Works is selected to provide the application of project-related administration services for CDBG programs. Then any and all project-related services, contracts, or commitments made with the above-named service providers are dependent on the successful negotiation of a contract with the service providers. Passed on and approved on June 10th, 2022.
I make a motion to accept Grant Works.
Okay, I have a motion. Second. And a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes. Okay. We got another one, right, for engineering architectural services. Discuss, consider, and take action on awarding bid for engineering architectural surveying firm for 2018 South Texas floods, CDBG DR 4377, 2018 floods from Texas General Land Office, GLO. We have another resolution. Okay, yeah. The ICE International Consulting Engineers, yeah. I move that we accept this bid as presented.
I second that ICE be awarded,
ICE,
International ICE.
yeah, that ICE was awarded the
The
International
engineering.
Consulting Engineers. That
Or
they
the
be,
drainage grant.
right. Okay. You have a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. A resolution of Jimbo County, Texas, authorizing professional services providers selection for 2018 South Texas floods, CDBG DR 4377, 2018 floods programs funded and administered through the Texas General Land Office. Whereas the 2018 floods programs requires implementation by professionals experienced in the federally funded projects. Whereas in order to identify qualified and responsive providers for these services, a request for qualifications process for engineering services has been completed in accordance with the GLO requirements. Whereas the statement of qualifications received by the due date have been reviewed to determine the most qualified and responsive providers for each professional service, giving consideration to the ability to perform successfully under the terms and conditions of the proposed procurement, integrity, compliance with public policy, record of past performance, and financial technical resources. Now therefore be it resolved that ICE International Consulting Engineers be selected to provide applications and project-related professional engineer services, and that any and all project-related services, contracts, and commitments made with the above-named service provider are dependent on the award of 2018 floods, funds, and successful negotiation of a contract with the service provider. Passed on and approved on June 10th, 2022. Okay. Agenda item number 11. Presentation by Jana Shu, Outreach and Disaster Coordinator, Coastal Bend, 211 Texas United Way regarding 211 Texas role during disaster steer training. Okay. Do we have Ms. Shu
She's not here.
here today?
I don't know if she's there.
No, I don't think I see anybody on there. Ms. Shu? No, Ms. Shu?
Jana Shu.
She's not there.
I don't see her. No, she was gonna come in person.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one, see where we're at. We can come back to that if she happens to appear for the presentation. Agenda item number 12, notice to Benville residents of road closure, Burton and First Howell Crane Company will be working on radio antenna potential start date June 20th, 2022 or early July, so.
They're
we'll
gonna
put
be
that-
doing some work on the antenna there at in downtown Benbolt, and we just want to kind of make it
You'll be putting something out on,
put it out there.
maybe on
Yes,
the
we'll
website?
be letting the people know out there in that street there. So it'll be
Great.
closed for, just to make it formal.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. All right, agenda item number 13, discuss, consider, and take action on the request for permission for Fremont Veterans Association to host a 4th of July celebration at the Fremont Park on July 1st and 2nd. Mr. Rubio?
Thank you, Your Honor, and for the rest of the commissioners, I appreciate the opportunity to address you this morning here. The Fremont Veterans Association is a fast and upcoming organization in Fremont, and we do a lot.
State your name for the record, please.
Yes,
Can you state your name for the record? Just-
Ricardo Rubio, I'm the president of the Fremont Veterans Association.
Saw you on TV or in the
Oh,
newspaper. so
not everybody's saying that, oh, never
I
mind.
had to say
Okay.
it myself, yeah.
Anyways, the Fremont Veterans Association is a fast and upcoming little organization in Fremont who we support all our local veterans. And what we're trying to do here is in July, have a celebration on the 4th of July prior to that weekend, and to try to raise some money for our organization and also give our community a time to breathe. Okay, I'm noticing here it says for July 1st and 2nd, and we're gonna be there on the 3rd because we got to clean up the park. We don't mess anything until we clean it up, and so we'll be there till noon on the 3rd also, just to give you a heads up.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a motion on the floor in a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. All righty. And we got
Thank you,
another
sir.
one here, sir, also, or no? We got the next one also, right?
Yes, sir.
Agenda item number 14, discuss, consider, and take action on request by Fremont Veterans Association to allow Mario Garcia, owner of Pioneer Bar, to sell alcohol at 4th of July celebration to be held at the Fremont Park on June 1st and 2nd and the 3rd. till
No,
noon.
no, not on the 3rd, just, we're only gonna sell alcohol on the 1st and the
Oh, I
2nd.
figured y'all would be cleaning up after.
Yeah, we're
the-
cleaning up on the 3rd. We're not getting drunk on the 3rd.
All right, sorry.
So y'all are having music and stuff and what?
We're having musicians on the 2nd. we're gonna try to have a live band, and I'm talking to people trying to get somebody lined up because this is very short notice. And we're trying to do the best we can. We're fortunate enough that the city of Fremont actually helped us out with some financial backing, so that helped us get, our foot in the door for a band.
We've had alcohol there before at the park.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We've
They
had
had
it,
it, they used to have it with the Pride Days, right?
right.
Is there something that we need to sign or any kind of waiver or anything like that, that we signed
It's
before?
basically just the same thing we do with the county fair, no, Mr. Garcia? Just allow them to get an authorization to go ahead and
Yes,
approve it.
either you wish or the judge can sign off on it. It's in your precinct, so.
Okay.
just,
Mr. Guerra,
Yes, sir.
is that
I would
right?
just, I would just say, I'm not sure. I think Mr. Garcia has an alcohol license. He's got an establishment in Falfurrias. I don't know if he may still be required to get a 48 or 72 hour permit from TABC. So whenever you make your motion, just make it contingent that he get any necessary licenses from the Alcoholic Beverage Commission.
Okay,
Clear it with them, yeah.
We'll make sure.
okay.
Okay, you want to make? a
Thank you,
motion,
sir.
Mr.
We'll go ahead and make a motion to
They do.
approve,
They have to.
Judge, the item was presented, including that we get the permitting allowed for the temporary use of the license at the park.
From
The
the,
sooner
it
you
up.
do it, the sooner you do it, the better. The closer it gets to the date,
It's
the
more
more
expensive.
expensive it gets.
Right.
So the sooner you do it, the better.
Now, when I get this permit, do I need to present it back to you or bring it
Good idea
to
to
Commissioner
send us a
Gonzalez?
copy. You can drop it off
The
at the office.
permit's a permit, you just need the request from us, from either Mr. Gonzalez, Huicho Gonzalez, or Judge
Okay, sir,
Rodriguez.
we can do that.
so we have a motion on the floor
I second.
and we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes.
I appreciate it.
Sir.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
sir.
everybody.
Yes, sir. Okay, agenda item number 15, discuss, consider, and take action on a bid received for Jimbo County Westland Project for activities funded by the County Transportation Infrastructure Fund Grant Program Contract CTIF 02126.
We received one bid for that, and we're not gonna accept that bid. It was kind of high, so we're gonna put it back out there for bids, and we're gonna also try to see if we can get another packet put out there for about 4 or 5 more miles. So maybe more miles, maybe it'd be a little cheaper, but we're hoping for. We got with Marissa. We're not gonna put them together though, because we're gonna keep them separate, but put everything out at the same time.
Do you want to table this then? Table
Yes.
For now, or actually, we'll
Well,
have to go back out again, right?
I think you may have to, the motion may have to be to reject this bid and then re-advertise.
Okay,
You want to make the motion? Rick?
okay, I make a motion to reject this bid.
all right.
I'll
and-
second.
I have a motion on the floor and a second to reject this bid. All those in favor say aye.
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 Right.
All those opposed? Motion passes. We'll get back to that, right? Agenda item number 16, discuss, consider and take action on authorizing Jimbo County Fair Association to install 5 large seating fans to be located in the open pavilion, main show arena and cattle barn at the Jimbo County Fairgrounds.
Good morning, thanks for having me here. I'm representing the
Morning.
Fair Association. My coworker, not Weecho, you're on my mind all morning.
Rogelio.
Rogelio couldn't be here. He's at the College Station on some 4-H project deal, so I'm, hope I can fill his shoes.
Mention your name.
Item number 1, the association, to get the ball rolling, went ahead and purchased 5, they call them big-ass fans. And we're gonna put 2 in the pavilion. And that was my priority number 1, because we plan on having the Queen's contest and the concert in the pavilion, and those fans will help out. And also not only during the fair, but it help out for any other activities through the rest of the year to get some circulation in there. Other 2 fans that the association voted and go in and paying for was 2 fans in the Rabbit Show Arena. It's kind of open. It's going to circulate some air. What I found out with the board at the fair, we put the 2 fans in last year at the hog barn, and then all of a sudden everybody else was hot. They needed fans, so we went ahead and purchased the fans there. And the 3rd fan is going to be in the main show arena. There's 2 there now that they was purchased years back. But what I've noticed when I came back there toward the west end of that main show arena as a kind of a hot spot there. And the 3rd fan there would circulate air around there and would kind of balance it out. It all looks the same. Because during our auction and everything, our bar is there and our food is there, and it kind of gets a little stale in there, but the air circulation will kind of keep it a little bit more comfortable than what it is. So we went ahead and through discussion and a lot of persuasion, we went ahead and purchased the fans in the hopes that when everything is said and done down the road, with the hope we can, maybe the association can be refunded some of this money to offset what we're trying to do. So we went ahead and did that because with everything else that's coming up, I wanted these in, but before our fair. This is not a big project. It's just something that I think needed to be done. So we went ahead and bit the bullet and went ahead and ordered fans, and the fans already got them. They'll be here next Wednesday, and construction, putting them up, will start next Monday.
And those fans that are gonna be in the pavilion, are they gonna be high enough to where, because I know that we do the food bank under there and the truck comes in, but
They'll-
even
yeah.
other,
Margie, that was taken into consideration. If you want to see what they're going to look like in there, just go to the hog barn. It's almost identical setup that's in the
I've
hog
seen
barn.
them, I've seen them.
So, and the ones in the Rabbit Show Arena, those 3 are going to be almost identical fans.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor to approve
I'll second it.
and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed?
Do we need to show a correction there, Judge, that it's not the cattle barn, it's the rabbit?
It's the Rabbit
Just
barn.
for
For
record.
the first one here on these 5 large ceiling fans that will be located in the open pavilion main show, So that's gonna be, what was the correction, or what was
And
the,
it said cattle barn, it's rabbit,
okay,
just for the record.
on the, okay, for the record. Sounds good. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. 17, discuss, consider, take action on authorizing Jimbo's County to request bid proposals, demolition, and removal of old bleachers on north side of Show Arena at the Jimbo's County Fairgrounds.
This is where Rogelio would come into the picture more than I would, but I know Rogelio has been working right alongside the commissioners of getting this done.
Okay, so we're just going out for,
Just to remove the bleachers, I make a
Right,
motion.
this is
to
on the bleachers.
accept.
okay.
I'll
I have-
second it.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
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 And all those opposed? Motion passes. 18, discuss, consider, and take action on authorizing Jimbo's County to request bid for proposals to complete concrete flooring in the Swine barn to include the north side of the main show arena at the Jimbo's County Fairgrounds. This project will address flooring, building structure, and draining issues. So we're just gonna go out again, like, for bids on those
Everything's
particular.
going out for
okay.
bids. Yep.
Right.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 18 is presented,
Right,
Judge.
I have a motion on the floor. And a
Second.
second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Okay, 19, discuss and consider, take action on authorizing Jimbo's County to request bid for proposals to purchase the new bleachers for the main show arena at the Jimbo's County Fairgrounds. So we're going out for bids.
I'll make a motion to accept item number 19 is presented, Judge.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Number 20, discuss, consider, take action on authorizing Jimbo's County to request bid proposals to weatherize the open pavilion at the Jimbo's County Fairgrounds.
What does that mean to weatherize?
What we discussed with the commissioner, well, Ventura and Huicho, Rogelio and I, what we like to do is the area from the pavilion to the merchants building, cover that all up. And so the water doesn't, with rain, whatever, it does not come inside the pavilion. You know, if you got blowing rain. And then on the ends, we'll close that up and leave large doors where trucks can go in and out. And on the south side of it, all the way, skirt it down to leave a 7-foot opening all the way around it. So anybody on the outside can see what, kind of give it still a pavilion look, but kind of during a rainy weather, it keeps the rain from blowing inside, kind of help to protect the people.
Is there a plan set up already or some kind of design that we did?
Wasn't Carlos working on that, Ventura?
Yes, I think they're pretty much was what you're describing.
Okay.
He just needs to finalize it, I guess.
That way everybody will be able to bid on the same thing.
Right.
So we're
Yeah,
closing
there's
off
gonna-
one side? Is that what you said? I know you said you're gonna 7 feet down?
Well, yeah, we're gonna leave a 7-foot
proposal's gonna
opening
be
from the
advertised.
ground up.
The
you know, all
proposal's
around the
gonna be
side.
advertised, Jim, for everybody to get the same bid, you know, I
Yeah.
mean, the same proposal.
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody's gonna be different, it's gonna be the same.
Yep,
And
right,
That's how it's gonna be advertised on our website and probably on the newspaper.
okay.
Okay,
I make a motion to accept item number 19 is presented, Judge.
20.
20, I'm sorry.
Okay, number 20. All right, I have a motion on the floor.
I don't understand what he's doing.
Second?
A second, okay.
Oh, I thought you had second already.
I made a motion.
Second.
A second, okay, I have a motion on the floor and a second, but any discussion, Commissioner, or no?
It's just because I just didn't want to see it closed, so
No, it's not.
none of
No,
it
it's
is
not
gonna
gonna
be
be closed.
completely
It's
closed.
gonna have it's gonna have a 7-foot where people can go under it. It's gonna come down to 7 feet, I think.
It's just to
what they
stop
were-
the rain.
yeah.
from
It's
coming
still gonna have the open pavilion atmosphere,
Still be
but
an
the
open.
skirting down, in case you have a blowing rain, it doesn't blow inside and get people wet or whatever.
The opening is about as high as the ceiling right there.
All right,
7
so
feet.
is that better? I have a motion and a second on the floor. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. 21, discuss, consider, take action to authorize Jimbo's County. Oh, so we're good. We're done.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Thank you all,
Correct.
and
Thank you so much for everything.
All right,
thank you all very much.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
21, discuss, consider, take action, authorize Jimbo County to request bid for proposals for the final phase of roof replacement and covering the original center portion of the courthouse. Okay,
Hey, Michael, do you have anything?
We're done with the wings on both the east and the west side. All that's left now is the original portion of the courthouse, the center. This is a different type of roof though, and just in initial talks, it's gonna be substantially more, substantially higher cost than it did to do both of the wings combined. So this one's gonna have to go out for bids. It's because of the nature of the roof up there. It's those tiles, I think, like the Spanish tile. And JC, if JC's there, he can speak. He's got a draft of the bid specifications for this. It may be attached to. I'm not sure if it's in your packets. I didn't get to see it until yesterday.
No, it's not attached yet. Upon, approval, then we'll go ahead and bring it out. We have,
What was the estimate, JC? It was pretty. I think it was over 100,000. Correct?
it was closer to the 200,000 on that.
Yeah. And we're hoping maybe they can do something for the dome.
Also to work on the dome, yes.
Yeah, to clean up the dome and get rid of some of the rust or.
We're not really sticking to the, what do you call it?
Yeah, we're sticking to the historical view of it, right, JC?
Yes, everything is going to be kept the same. In fact, the tiles, we're asking for the tiles to be brought down, washed, pressure washed, and then be placed back up.
Reusing the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so we're just going out for bids, so I move that we approve agenda item number 21 as
I'll second.
in the second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item number 22, consider and approve Emergency Management Coordinator Juan Acuña's recommendation to lift burn ban temporarily.
The numbers are good, Judge. They're in the 409.
Yeah.
We gotta be under 500, so I make a motion to approve to lift the burn ban.
I have a motion on the floor to,
Please, Juan Acuña's on the line.
Juan, are you on there?
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. How are y'all?
Good morning, sir.
Looking for him.
Yeah, Commissioner Weech was right. When I made the recommendation, we're at 409. I do want to add that we've gone up to 441. Of course, since we're dry and it's really, really hot, that number is going to rise pretty rapidly. Want to add that we've gotten a large number of requests for burning all across the county, from Sandia, Orange Grove, to Alice, to Fremont, to San Diego. The requests are almost overwhelming at this point. Do want to add that the U.S. Drought Monitor does not have any part of the county in actually in drought conditions. We do have the extreme northern county around Sandia and just around Lake Corpus Christi that has moderate drought, and I do expect this to actually expand. So the window for the burn ban to come off is probably going to be very small, but it will allow the residents to burn, considering that the moisture in the ground is actually readily available right now. So I imagine this may be a week, it may be 2 weeks, unless we get some meaningful rain, which doesn't look likely right now. But at this point, we have this very small window, and to take off the burn ban now would allow the residents to burn what they need to in this short window. So
You reckon through the 25th of June, Juan?
Like 2 weeks.
that sounds about right, Commissioner.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Acuña, just June 21st is when we'll post for the next meeting.
Okay.
If you get with Ms. Reynolds before 9 a.m. on the 21st to let her know if this needs to be placed back on the agenda.
I'll certainly do that as well. And I believe Commissioner Weichel, you brought this up. I mean, this doesn't probably have anything to do with this line item, but if y'all wanted to discuss something about the fireworks for July 4th, that may be something to discuss in the next Commissioners Court meeting as well. So
Yeah, that one, we were too late for it already.
Right. Yeah.
The 24th, 21st, Michael?
Well, you just lift it. We don't have to put an end date on it, but what I'm saying is, if he sees the numbers going back up, to let Linda Reynolds know so that she can put it on the agenda for the 24th. But the deadline to post is going to be Tuesday, the 21st.
Good on.
Tuesday, the
I already made
21st.
the motion. I already made the motion.
You make it, you already, second? Oh, sorry.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. In a second, all those in favor say aye,
Aye.
and all those opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Juan. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
All right,
Thank you.
we'll monitor that, as we don't want no more fires to break out.
I know.
No matter how much people want to burn, but it's pretty
It's
dry
not
out there.
that safe.
23, discuss and consider and take action on payroll and bills as submitted by county auditor with the exemption of Fund 52, 53, and 54.
I've read them, we've all read them, so make a motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
I have a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes. I move that we adjourn this meeting, unless anybody has any other comments or questions, no? I have a motion in a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And all those opposed? Motion passes. Y'all have a great day, and everyone.